All right, welcome back to the Attack the Rack Daily Lineup. Today is Wednesday, July the 3rd of the year 2024. We're going to jump right in here with Caitlin Clark last night played against the Las Vegas Aces. Both of you guys said you're going to watch the game. Did that come to fruition? Trent, no?
No,
Uh,
no. It was a 9:30 game. It's almost past my bedtime.
Agree, 100%. Big
Come
motive.
on, guys. Come on, guys.
No, I
Hey,
watched. I watched.
Yeah, how much did you watch, Kurt?
All four quarters were actually playing on my television screen. However, I can say that I maybe was kind of dozing here and there. But I'm guessing you did watch it?
I watched the first three quarters, and then it was bedtime for this old guy.
Well, what'd you think?
Um, the Aces are good. That AJ Wilson is it Wilson?
Asia? Asia
That
Wilson?
Asia Wilson. She's solid.
Yeah.
Um, probably the best player I've seen in the WNBA this season. Um, yeah, good quality game. The Fever ended up losing by 20.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't give Clark any good looks, so it's tough. I think she takes tough shots and they don't help her really like produce any easy ones. So I think if they could get her, I think she had 5 shots at halftime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she probably needs to have 12 and they need to be better. She gets everything on her own. And I don't know if she's that type of player. And the fact that, she could get her shots if she's shooting 25, 30 feet away, whatever it is. I just think they could get her some easier looks to get her going earlier. But yeah, good quality game. Yeah, the Aces are tough. They're hot right now.
Yeah. Asia Wilson, I believe, the last two seasons, I think she was MVP. She's got two MVPs. I think it was the last two seasons. Don't quote me on that. I am new to the WNBA.
Yeah.
And and I pretty much only watch Caitlin Clark's games anyway. I don't really watch any of the other games, but yeah, she was awesome. The game stayed close early on as Asia Wilson wasn't doing a whole lot, and then all of a sudden she just took the game over, and it was all aces from there. And then that Kelsey Plum, the guard, I think she scored over 30.
Yeah.
So,
dang.
but I know, like, one thing I think is different in as far as how these teams are guarding Caitlin Clark compared to in college is she was getting all these deep threes. In the WNBA, they're guarding her full court almost, or for sure when she crosses half court. So she doesn't have the opportunity to necessarily shoot from that range. And so yeah, they got to figure out other ways to get her to score shots. But one thing, or to get shots. But one thing I do like about her, and one thing that I think is she's showing is she is an elite player, is she is able to impact the game in other ways. This is the second game in a row where she's had a double double, close to a triple double. I think she had 12 assists
Yeah.
last night, and then I don't know, 6, 8 rebounds, something like that, and she scored 12 points. But she's got to get more shots, better shots. The last two games, she's combined 3 for 17
Oh,
from three. So I guess she is still getting a decent amount of looks from three, but
yeah.
she's only connected on 3 of her last 17 threes in the last two games. So
I saw that someone put out this like chart of like average distance for a three-pointer, and it was compared to like NBA players as well. And she was the furthest, like it was damn near like 30 feet per
or further than Curry.
average three. Yeah.
Holy cow.
And that's what I'm saying. I think, that's okay if you're not being guarded full court, you're playing a whole game. Like you gotta work your tail off. So now those threes they're a little bit tougher to make if they're deeper, right?
Yeah.
So find a way to get her a regular WNBA 3-point shot, get 5 or 10 of those instead of, in 5 or 10 deep ones.
Yeah.
I just think she's got to work so hard defensively, offensively, that it's tougher to make 25, 30 footers consistently when you are exerting energy in other ways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of her threes are off the move as well. It's like
Yeah.
she's coming off a double screen or something, catching at the top and just firing. So it's just if it was set, it'd be a little different for a 30
Yeah.
footer, but it's moving, so that makes it a little more difficult.
It's not it doesn't seem to be a lot of what Big Mo likes to call the rhythm threes, the inside out threes. So
Those are tough. Those are tougher. Tougher. She doesn't get any of those, I don't think.
no.
I bet last night I think she got one kick out three. She
Yeah.
did miss it, but
But again, a lot still loving her in transition. A ton of excellent passes up the floor last night. So
I don't know if you noticed. Did you hear? I mean, obviously they moved the game last night.
yeah.
Uh, I think they had a 12,000 seat arena to the T-Mobile or whatever it is, the 20,000 last night. So
Yeah.
people are still flocking to see her play, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's
Absolutely. And,
pretty,
yeah.
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right. So here's something kind of crazy for you guys, and I'm curious to know, um, how you would feel if one of your favorite athletes, longtime athlete on one of your favorite teams, was spotted wearing an entire uniform of their rival team. So I don't know if you guys saw this. Yadier Molina, 19-year career with the St. Louis Cardinals, whose huge rival is the Chicago Cubs, was recently seen wearing an entire Chicago Cubs uniform, gear, etc. Now, to be fair, it sounds like he was coaching his son's team or a youth team that just happened to be the Cubs. But I do think if you're Yadier Molina, you have some sort of pull that you can tell the league official, why can it be the Cubs? So, Big Mo, my question for you is, again, the Cardinals Cubs, one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports. So, Big Mo, my question for you, you're a big Michigan fan. Let's say all of a sudden you see a picture of Tom Brady wearing an Ohio State football uniform. How's that going to make you feel?
Oh, hey, I mean, obviously, Michigan, Ohio State, probably a little different for most, right? If you're on one side or the other, maybe a little different. But in reality, the 15-year-old me would be probably a little upset and pissed off. The 46-year-old me, who cares, right? I mean, these days, nobody, there's no loyalty anymore anyway, whether it's pro or college. So wear what you need to wear. I got no problem with it. Again, 30 plus years ago, I might have had a problem with it, but it might have ruined my day. But not anymore.
Well, and like you said, the loyalty thing, I mean, first of all, props to Yadier Molina for playing 19 years with one team. You don't ever see anything like that nowadays. But Trent, let's turn to you. You're a huge Ohio State fan, on the other hand. Let's say you see someone like an Eddie George, a picture of Eddie George floating around, and he's wearing a full out University of Michigan football uniform. How's that gonna make you feel?
I don't think he would look near as good in it, to first of all. Uh, but I don't think that depends, like if they lost a bet or like that kind of thing. Because sometimes like people will bet to wear the other team's jersey if they win or whatever. So if it was something like that, or if he was just casually wearing it, I don't, I don't think it bothered me. Kind of like what Big Mo said about being a 15-year-old. Just that would probably anger me 15 years ago, but now it doesn't bother me. I'd probably look at him a little funny, but that's about it.
All right. All right, fair enough. Hey, we're gonna stay with Trent here. Trent's gonna update us on some big happenings in the world of soccer or outside of the America football. Two big, I guess you call them tournaments going on right now, Trent.
Yeah, the Euro
Oh,
Cup
oh,
and the Copa America.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So before we do hand it over to Trent here, Big Mo, any Any thoughts or comments on the Euro Cup or the Copa Mundo Cup?
No, zero comments. I did as who's the I just listened to the herd. He
Oh,
had a soccer guest on there, Alexis or
Alexi
Alex.
Lalas?
Wait, who is it?
Alexi Lalas?
Yes, yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing him maybe coach. Maybe that would gear some interest from us non avid soccer fans.
Mhm.
All right, Trent, the mic's yours.
I agree that USA does need a coaching change. I think that is well overdue. But yeah, so the Euro Cup's been going on. It's the final 8 teams currently. Um, Games will be on Friday and Saturday, and you will start off with Spain versus Germany in the first game on Friday, and then followed by Portugal and France, which will be great matchups. It is the final 8. I think the best teams did advance for the most part. Saturday's not as strong as Friday's games. Saturday is England versus Switzerland, and then followed by the Netherlands and Turkey. So those will be the final games there. Copa America, I believe, just finished up their group play. They all play each other like round robin, and then top 2 advance. The USA did not advance. They lost to Uruguay the other night, so they will
There was
not
some
advance.
controversy around that one, right?
Yeah, the officiating was a bit of an issue, I think. At least from the soccer fans in the soccer world, they were not too thrilled about the officiating, as well as the panel that was on, I think it was on FS2. Whoever the panel was there, they were not very thrilled about him at halftime either. So that they might need to look into that guy.
So tell us what happened. What was the controversy?
There was a couple different ones. The goal that Uruguay scored, it was off like a cross into the middle, and once the person who kicks it at on net, like it depends where there can still be offsides based on like where their offense is at the time of contact, like on ball.
Yeah.
And I thought the guy was offsides, but then they went to the video and they said it was a goal. So there was a lot of upset people about that because it really did look like it was offsides. They scored off a rebound, and the guy that scored the putback was I thought he was offsides, but it was a close call. And then the other one was when a USA guy was going to receive a yellow card, and the ref was running over to him, like showing the card, and
Yeah.
then Uruguay continued play. They just like set the ball and just continued play, and the ref allowed it. But I'm pretty sure that if the ref is like has a card out and is showing red or yellow, the game has to it has to stop,
Okay.
and then so he can at least like hand out that yellow card. But game continued. It would have been another goal for them, but USA made like a crazy kick save that was pretty impressive as well. But the officiating, it was a very physical game. A lot of slide tackling and like injuries, type thing. So, but yeah, it's been pretty good watching soccer recently. I enjoy it when I can. Um, it's a different twist.
So did they, I mean, did the US go as far as kind of what was maybe predicted, or did they underachieve? Did they overachieve?
I think they underachieved. Their group consisted of Uruguay, Panama, United States, and then Bolivia. And they needed Panama to like tie, and US needed to win in order for them to get in. So they finished third in their group out of 4.
Oh.
So I mean, I don't know.
Why do you think it is that with the US, at least on the men's side, just cannot get this soccer program, to be able to compete at a high level with the world? I mean, with all the incredible athletes we have in our country, a country
Yeah,
of 330 million people, you know, more than, statistically speaking, half are males. Why, out of
right.
115 million males, why can we not find, 11
Yeah,
players
true.
that can compete, make our country compete
Yeah.
on
And
a
I
world?
think it's kind of linked with basketball as well, like travel sports, like the AAU and stuff. overseas, they'll practice like 4 or 5 days a week and then play a game on the weekend, like just one game. Versus the flip side of United States basketball and AAU, you practice once or twice or not at all during the week, and then you go play 5 to 7 games.
Yeah.
So I think the development's a little different. I know that some people who are different nationalities, but they're born in the U.S., they can like pick between which country they want, like based on their nationality. I'm not too sure how often that hurts us or helps, but I think it's a different development. And you can kind of see the turnover of Euro in the NBA as well, just how Luka and Victor and those guys are coming out and they're just already NBA ready the moment they get to America.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a difference of training and maybe some coaching.
I wonder too if it's, here in the US, obviously basketball is huge, football is huge, baseball is, not what it used to be, but still huge. So our athletes are playing multiple sports, or they're choosing between, three other major sports, whereas in
Hmm.
other countries it's only soccer. So
Yeah,
so
yeah,
everyone's playing soccer, whereas here it's spread out over multiple sports.
yeah, yep. I completely agree. It's just different options. Um, and even with like lacrosse and now like men's volleyball is becoming very popular, and there's just so many different options for Americans to choose from. And I believe there's just not as many in some countries,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much just football,
What's the pay like? I mean, what's the
soccer.
if you chase a soccer dream like
Oh,
that, what are you really chasing? I have no idea, but
they get paid like weekly, and it's absurd. It's like more than MLB and NBA money.
oh
But
really?
you're talking
Yeah,
about
Oh,
like
over
like a year.
well,
well,
like
I mean,
over those are you talking about overseas,
Yeah,
or
like pro,
what about
pro
like
soccer players.
the United States soccer team? What do those guys make?
Oh, it
Like,
depends, like if because they all play on like a European club most likely if they're good
okay,
enough
I got you.
versus playing in the MLS. The MLS is like a last resort for superstars now,
Okay,
hence Messi's in Miami.
yeah,
But
okay, I got you.
all right. Well, hey, fellas, tomorrow, July is the 4th of July. I will be actually recording from a 1 day vacation where I'll be elsewhere, but I'll still be here recording. You guys are gonna be sticking around? You guys going any cookouts, anything?
Big
Nothing
Mo,
planned. Oh, yeah, nothing planned.
All right.
There's
Try.
somebody
yeah.
out there, somebody out here wants to throw me an invite. Let me know.
Well, speaking of cooking out, speaking of the 4th of July, a staple of the 4th of July every year, I believe it's at noon every year, live from Coney Island, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. I don't, do you guys watch that every year? Have you watched it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I usually watch it.
yeah, see a little bit of it.
I'm fascinated by it, but I can't watch much of it. It just makes me want to throw up.
It is
Like
pretty. It's pretty gross.
how they dip the buns in the water. They're
Jeez. Jesus.
ugh, the soggy buns. Oh no. Oh, sorry. But have you guys heard about the drama with the Nathan's hot dog eating contest this year?
No Joey Chestnut.
No Joey Chestnut. He had the 16-time champ. Um, he's won it. He hasn't won it the last 16 years, but he's won it the last several years. 16 times total he's won it. He's the number one ranked competitive eater in the world. He has the hot dog record, 76 hot dogs. What is it, in 10 minutes? Is that what they do?
I think so.
10 minutes, something like that. he has been banned for from the hot dog eating contest because he is partnered with Impossible Foods that makes plant-based foods. So I'm guessing Nathan's is looking at that as you're partnering with one of our competitors. From a business standpoint, to me, it seems like you just let that slide because this is the number one. Everyone knows who Joey Chestnut is. Nobody knows who any of these other competitors are. So first of all, Trent, automatically, if he's not in it, whoever wins it, there's got to be an asterisk by it. Would you agree or no?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. If he's not in it, I mean, I think all the people who go and watch it in person should not show up in spite of Joey Chestnut not being there. I mean, you have to, that's your main guy. He's won it so many times to where you have to have him. Because if you don't, then you're just missing out on. I wonder how many people, like the viewership difference there will be just because he's not in it.
No, yeah, I agree. I think people tune in to watch to see how many is this guy going to eat this year? Is he going to break his old record? I don't. Big Mo, you still going to tune in?
Oh yeah, why not? Hey, I like it. Have a little consequence for your decisions, man. Hey, and look at there, business wise, we're talking about it. Other people are talking about it before it. I mean, it's probably going to turn out to be a good event. Someone new will win it. Maybe they'll break his record.
Maybe having someone new win it will be intriguing to viewers. I don't know.
Yeah. My guess is the people who are going to turn in are turning in no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe this was just like maybe they were just sick and tired of him winning every year, and this was a way out to get him out. I don't know, but
yeah. I mean, it's got to be something to do with the sponsorship, then, right? Maybe, but
yeah.
maybe there's some type of competition. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, I was thinking too. I wonder if Joey Chestnut and Barstool Sports, for example, they have a really good relationship. I was thinking, I wonder what would happen if, say, Barstool, if they could somehow get Kobayashi to come back, which I know him and Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut have major beef. But if they could get those two together to do a one-on-one hot dog eating challenge, stream it on their website live at noon, same time as the Nathan's hot dog eating competition, I wonder who would get higher ratings.
You know, Barstool should probably just stream Joey Chestnut. Start at the same time the other one does, and see if he beats their. You know,
that's a great idea.
Put into that.
That's genius.
Phenomenal idea. All right, well, that's all we got, guys, today. Anything we missed? Anything else?
I mean, hey, did you see? How about the WNBA All-Star voting?
Oh, well, I did. I know Caitlin Clark is on the team, but last I knew, for a while, it was Asia Wilson was number one vote getter, Caitlin Clark was number two, but I don't know what the final was.
Well, that's a good question. I was just gonna. Did anybody see the stats on this year's voting versus last year's voting?
Oh no.
Oh, I think Asia Wilson last year was like the leading vote getter with like just under 100,000.
Oh, that's it.
I think so.
Oh,
And then I think this year, I think the numbers are like in the 700, 600.
wow.
Now, don't quote me on that because I just saw a stat real quick, but it caught my eye. I probably should have looked at it closer. But the numbers, I think, just again with whether it's Caitlin and Reese and the rookie class a little bit, the interest again in the WNBA has, I mean, just with those numbers was just a phenomenal difference.
Wow.
So
wow.
I'll end with that.
All right, fellas, we will see you tomorrow.